What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As promised, Darcy and Georgi, new season of Happily Ever After. Let's get right into it. So in episode 1, Darcy informs us that she's turning 50.
Tomorrow's my 50th birthday.
50th birthday festivities.
Which I don't know if I'm just so used to seeing Darcy at this point or not, but I mean, outside of maybe the Squidward jawline, she looks pretty good for the 5-0. I mean, I guess considering all the money she spent, I would hope so.
So sweet of you.
That aside though, for the big 5-0, Georgi has planned this extravaganza birthday event, starting off with a mini day to a carnival or a state fair, which in my 2 cents, I love them. They're fun, they're a blast, but I'm in full belief that unless you're making north of $10 million, the whole thing is just a scam, like legal daylight robbery. Like you take your date there, 20 bucks is like 32.5 coupons. They assume you can't track dollars to coupons. Try to sell you a turkey leg for 70 coupons. You don't want to be the guy looking at your date like, I can't afford this turkey leg. So you drive home feeling like somebody just pounded your back door without WD-40. But that's neither here nor there. So we find out that Darcy and Georgi is planning a trip back to his motherland, Bulgaria.
You nervous to go to Bulgaria to see your family?
For their honeymoon and to visit his family. Now you're probably thinking, honeymoon? Haven't these two been married like a decade ago? Yeah, they have. They just keep getting married and unmarried every other year, so the honeymoon phase never ends.
We then broke up, then made up, then we broke up again, then made up, then we broke up again.
That's how I think it works, yeah. So it seems like after the whole carnival thing, he takes her to a little picnic he has set up, pouring out some champagne. They're having a little bit of a talk. He's kind of, filling her in like, hey, we're going to meet my parents in Bulgaria for the first time. First impression is very important, so the way you're dressing, the watermelon jug works for Miami, not gonna work for Bulgaria. Okay? Okay.
We need to make sure we make good impression when we go there.
I understand.
You up in the first place, that's it. They don't like you.
So it's one shot and one shot only.
Yeah, definitely. Showing up like that. I don't know what my parents are gonna think if wearing something like that.
I worked hard for all this. It cost a lot of money, honey. And I'm not going there to have a make under.
And like, I understand where Darcy's coming from. Like, I'm all for have your own style, do your own thing. But when it comes to, first impression with people that are going to be important, like, yeah, the way you look, the way you dress, and the way you act, unfortunately, people are just going to make assumptions based on those criteria. It's just our brain's way of pattern recognition for future projection for survival. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't want your man coming to meet your parents wearing skin tight gray pants after getting a banana enlargement surgery. That would not be good.
Especially my father. He have master degree on profiling. Used to profile people when they arrest them. So yeah, he gonna profile you very quick.
Maybe
it's kind of a lot of pressure on me. You need to
very
understand
classy, very demure. Like, I've been to Europe more than you've been, so don't school me, please.
Anyways, fast forward, they get to Bulgaria. They're only staying for a couple days. Darcy's rolling out with like 5 luggages. Like, Georgi don't even need a gym pass. He could just travel with Darcy once a month for his workout.
Yeah, well, it's an all-time high for me, for sure.
Now, the two of them get to their hotel room, drop off their stuff, and they go out for dinner, and we start to get a little glimpse of some issues that have been marinating in this relationship.
So, I want to know, how do you honestly feel about introducing me to your family still?
I'm excited.
Excited? I hope they like me. Did you tell them you're happy in this marriage?
I never share nothing bad. If I never complain to my parents, they're assuming I'm happy.
Well, it's like a whoa moment for me. So you never told your family that you're happy in this marriage?
Now, one of the major reasons that Darcy wanted to come to Bulgaria was not only for the honeymoon, but to better get to know Georgi as a person, because Georgi seems to hold back on a lot of information about himself, whether it's financial or his feelings, or that one time she found a load of cash in a sock.
The time when you found money stuffed in a sock.
And for Darcy, it's kind of a safety thing. Like, we're married. I don't know anything about you. It's kind of concerning.
I don't understand why he can't talk about his job and what he does and, what he makes. Like, be transparent about it. We're married. We're married now. We should be open and honest about everything in our lives. Why does he feel like he needs to hide that?
Now, during dinner, we get a little bit more insight on Georgi expressing why he tends to hold things back. He feels a lot of pressure to show his parents that he's okay and he's happy and he's capable of being competent. And he's also projecting this need for Darcy to look a certain way to project the image that he's okay and that he's stable to his parents, basically.
To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous, because of my parents, they have a very high expectation from me. And I love you. I make my choice to marry you. But my parents, they don't know it that well. I try to help you, give you advice how to dress and everything. I don't know if their expectation matching my reality, my wife in general. That's kind of, in a way, stressful.
Like, are you embarrassed of me?
And because of Darcy's internal dialogue and her past trauma, instead of being aware that, oh, my man's just trying to project stability and competence to his parents, she took it as an attack, like, oh, he's trying to control how I dress because he isn't proud of who I am or how I look. So they get into this argument where the two aren't on the same page and they're kind of just butting heads.
Like, I don't want to worry them with extra stuff. My arguments with you or your arguments with me is
They go
between
both
us.
ways.
No, exactly.
Sure.
But that's between us. I don't need to call my parents and stressing them out
Okay,
for all
first of
this.
all, you know what? I get it. I get
If
it.
I don't want you here,
you
never
don't
gonna
really
bring
care.
you
You're
here.
not proud of me. Yeah. You're embarrassed.
You can listen, but you hear me.
Georgie.
But you don't hear me. I tried to open and tell how I feel, and you don't give a. You don't give a. It's true. Right now, I'm trying to talk to say how I feel. Do you care? You don't.
Now, to be fair, there is a lot that Georgie's kind of holding back and not sharing or communicating to Darcy. You know, like anytime she asks, hey, George, like, what do you do, buddy? You know, he kind of just brush it off or dismiss it under the rug.
Oh, yeah, just do a little bit of massages here and there. You know, a little bit of real estate.
Which for the ladies out there, if he doesn't specify if he's doing like multi-family homes or he's buying, rebuild, the flip, chances are the real estate is a fake estate. He's really not doing anything. It's just, I mean, he's not lying about having multiple streams of income. It's just real estate isn't one of them. It's a massage once a month and then sugar mommy Darcy. Ching.
Maybe you can open up more and not have any secrets and make me feel safe and loved and cared for and communicate more.
And the other fold is anything he tells Darcy tends to be ammo if things ever go south. Like if they ever broke up.
He was a bum, you know, made like $2 rubbing some backs. My loss? No, baby. His loss.
Like, yeah, Darce, I would have trouble telling you stuff too if after the third breakup, everybody and their mama have like a CIA profile on me. 27 pairs of underwear, 5 red ones, 2 with some skid marks.
Today is the big day that I get to meet Georgie's parents.
I mean, first impression is important.
But meeting your parents, I want to look very classy and high fashion. You ready, Georgie? What do you think? It's good?
I need to do it anyway, so why you keep asking me?
It's like a nice dress, suit vibe, covered up, very demure with it, and, you know, walk like that.
Now the two, you know, obviously starts getting ready to go meet his parents, and right off the bat, you can tell that Georgie is not going to be approving Darcy's outfit, but he feels like this is already a pattern where he has no say. You know, anytime he gives his opinion, Darcy just kind of dress how she wants. And he confesses that he's already overwhelmed with the fact that he's going to see his parents and all the pressure that he's feeling, that he doesn't have the capacity to start arguing with Darcy about what she's wearing.
You don't respect my opinions. You don't respect my advice. I'm not too happy with Darcy's outfit today, but I'm dealing with my own emotions.
Now, to be fair, the outfit that Darcy chose, I was kind of okay with it had she wore some leggings. But the fact that she wasn't wearing any leggings and it was just a trench coat, you know, not to be rude, she just looked like a Vegas showgirl that this dude just picked up from his hotel room. But hey, Darcy's gonna do Darcy. She gotta look snatched.
I'm feeling snatched and smooth and sleek. I'm feeling good to go.
That's what my parents worry about always. Find a snatch a girl.
Anyway, so they get in the car, drive off to his parents, meet up with his parents, and despite them playing like this little cute, nice little background song, I could already sense the judgment. Like his dad the whole time was just like,
No siree.
No se da vida. Ти го почти вече. Съм вкъщи.
He's here, yeah.
Добре изглеждаш.
Да, благодаря.
and naturally, you know, they start throwing some jabs.
Seems like she brought like 5 suitcases and somehow, some way, she still couldn't dress properly for the season. Ah, ain't that something?
Не с подходящо облякана за сезона.
That didn't help that Darcy's jacket button kind of just fell off. You know, she still has to cover her legs. So now she's just sitting there like, Darcy, my beautiful future daughter-in-law, it's like 90 degrees in here. Like, you want to take off your jacket? Like, you know it's bad when Georgie's mom, out of the kindness of her heart, is like, let me sew back your jacket, and gives her like a little apron. Like, Darcy, all you just had to do was wear some leggings. Like, what are you doing? You see, like, this little outfit right here that she wore on like the next day or something. Like, this is exactly what you would have been fine with this. Darcy. Now, despite all that extraness, his parents are fully aware and understanding that this is the first girl that Georgie has ever brought home to meet them. So she has to be pretty important to George. And so they decided, hey, we're just going to throw this little small Bulgarian wedding party so that his people and his family could come out and support and congratulate this union.
И смятаме след няколко дни да организираме едно малко парти.
They know tomorrow is our anniversary, and they want to plan a little party for us for our anniversary, so we can, continue our happy ever after wife.
Wow.
Now, it seemed like for the event, Stacy and Florian was able to make it out, which I was kind of stoked about because Florian is hilarious as hell, and I was not disappointed. And for the most part, it seemed like everybody had a good time.
It's nice to see Darcy and Georgi let loose, have fun. I feel like this is how they should be all the time. I've never seen you throw up like this before.
The wine.
The wine.
You never chew the food?
Oh,
The turkey?
Stop it.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Shut the up.
Now, for the most part, most of the wedding ceremony and ritual seemed pretty chill, except for this final one here where Georgie decided to take Darcy, Florian, and Stacy out to give it a shot.
All right, we're here.
Guy with the shovel and a fire. I feel like we're in a...
This guy looking is going to cook us.
Is he gonna cook us?
Oh.
Wow.
What the wrong with you? What is in Georgian?
Bulgarian tradition.
Tradition.
Fucking Florian, man.
What is this, Georgie? Smells like roasted dirty feet.
Now, everything seemed to be going smooth after the whole wedding ceremony. It's kind of like a vow renewal. The love is at an all-time high, which is not good for reality TV. So I'm pretty sure the producers went up to Stacy like, hey, yo, Stace, you want more screen time? Yeah, you do. I want you to walk into Darcy's and Georgie's room while they're packing and all stressed out. And I want you to gaslight Georgie a little bit. And that's just going to naturally trigger Darcy. Ain't that great? And so now the whole family's out in the front lobby arguing, looking like they just came straight out of Twilight. You get the front desk guy like... Drama. Georgie's starting to feel triggered because he feels like the whole family's starting to gang up on him and pry about how much he makes. He starts making offensive remarks like, Darcy, you're broke. Stacy, you're broke.
You can take all my money, Georgie. I'll send you a check tomorrow.
have
Pick
no
it
money.
off. You talking about, dude? Get over
The truth,
yourself.
you don't have zero money.
Really? I don't?
Stacy don't have no money too.
Florian knows he's in the same boat as Georgie here because they're kind of on the same finesse game. And he's just like, yep, please don't include me, please. And so they fly back home. And, Darcy does exactly what I told you guys she would do if things ever went south. She starts exposing Georgie for his dirty laundry. Like,
Oh, Georgie's so broke he can't pay his half of the rent. I have to include my dad into the text conversation just to get Georgie to pay up. What a bum.
So we came home from Bulgaria. Rent was due as usual, but he was kind of hesitant to give me his half. He wasn't responding to my messages, or I was trying to communicate about it with him. What? Yes. Greedy mother. Wow. I had to put Daddy on a text, a group text, just to say, hi, Georgie, it's Darcy. Can you please pay your share of the rent? It's due today.
now there's a little misunderstanding issue that they've had since episode 1 starts to build up and resentment's starting to build. And Darcy's starting to express like, hey, I don't know anything about you, George. You're not telling me jack doo-doo, brother. And Georgie's response is like, yeah, I mean, anytime I tell you anything, you hold it over my head, you're controlling with my plans, and then you use it against me down the road.
It seems like whatever you have and want, it's for you to know and for me not to have any inkling of it because you feel like it's going to be taken away from you for some reason. And have I ever taken anything from you? I've given you.
You offered that. I'm not like, Darcy, can I come live with you? I never ask from people, never. Why you give something to somebody when after this gonna be like, oh, you use this against them?
What are you talking about? Do you know what you want out of this relationship, out of this marriage? Do you want it to last, or do you just want to walk away?
Just never get it.
I knew it.
Which both sides are very much true. They just haven't taken the step back to see the other side so that they can compromise and resolve the conflict. All it takes is like, hey, Darce, I would like if you don't use things against me or hold it over my head. And hey, Georgie, I would like it if you express to me your plans and include me in your plans so that I feel like you're in it to win it. Like I feel reassured and safe. Now, after that whole meltdown, Georgie decides, hey, let's try something new. Let's invite her out, have a couple drinks at the bar, and let me open up a little bit more, which we should commend him for. I mean, it should be a green flag. It's just, I don't think Darcy has the capacity to hear what she thought she wanted to hear.
When my sister asked me if I wanted kids,
That's what you're gonna say.
I never say I want a kid right now. I'm saying this keep bothering me.
I can't give you what you really, really
I
want.
don't know why you're reacting this way.
Because you know deep down inside what you really want.
I just want to try to open, have a conversation with you, to be vulnerable and open. You don't care about how I feel. That's what is bothering me. That's why I don't want to open to nobody, because nobody care about my feelings.
And so in summary, Georgi was trying to express like he's been having a lot of emotions and feelings about, you know, the pressure of his parents and his family, you know, part of it not being a failure, part of him being okay, but also the fact that there's just a little pressure to have kids. He already knows the day he chose Darcy, that wasn't going to happen. But even so, there's going to be conflicting feelings about them, especially when they ask like, how do you feel about kids? And I think he was just trying to express why he was feeling so conflicted, or why he might feel so detached, or all this pressure when he's meeting his family and his parents. But to Darcy, these were like heavy trigger points because of her past trauma, her fear of abandonment, you know, her love life being screwed over prior due to her age or her inability to have kids, etc., etc. So all these insecurities that she hasn't exactly made peace with starts to show up, and she starts acting out, and the whole thing just blows up, which is basically the summary of the Georgi and Darcy saga. Honestly, with the way they spend, I don't know how they can't invest in a good couple counselor or a good therapist to be the mediator. I feel like that alone would fix a lot of their issues. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with these two on the tell-all. That said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I gave you guys a little bit more insight on these two, and next video coming soon might be a video about Johnny Somali, possibly. Stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, show your boy some love, and as always, hey, who do you want to know? I'm just sipping. All right, mic testing, 1 2 1 2, beep beep. All right, so I get a lot of DMs and a lot of comments in my YouTube videos about my full setup. So today the gatekeep is over. We're gonna do a full setup tour: lights, camera, mic, action, everything. Now I'm pretty sure I got everything off Amazon minus the editing program, my Mac Studio, and my Mac display. Don't take my word for it. But I'm gonna leave all the links in the description so that if you wanted to copy my exact look, you can. So where do we start? Let's start off with the mic. So this is the Shure SM7B. Of course, it's the widely used podcast mic on top of a random mic arm. I'm not exactly sure which one this is. IX Tech. Yeah, any mic arm will do. Okay, as long as it's a C clamp, you could hook it up to a table like so, and then you have your mic. Bop. Now this all hooks up to the mixer, and the mixer I'm using is the Sound Device Mix Pre 4 or Mix Pre 3, one or the other, but they used to sell this on Amazon. They might not anymore, but I've had this for a while, like 6 to 7 years. You don't have to invest in an expensive mixer like that. Another regular mixer will do 90% of the work, so keep that in mind. Now the camera that I'm using is the Sony a6400 hooked onto a wide lens. This is the Sony 15mm 1.4, but the lens is a wide lens, so it's going to help you capture, you know, the full space and give you that, you know, very wide lens YouTube studio look. As far as the camera, the reason I like this camera is because of this little screen right here. You know, you can literally see yourself as you're recording. So if something screws up, you're not having to wait till post-production. Now, as for the secondary screen, we have an 18-inch. It's a fairly cheap screen. All I did was hook a lightning cable into the studio, where if I'm trying to review a show, I'll put the show on here so I can watch the show as I'm reviewing it to you guys. And then here for the lighting, we have two small Amrons. We have one here and then one right here. So this Amron is on a filter hooked to a Vari pole that goes from wall to wall. And then right here, we have another Amron hooked onto another filter on a light stand. Everything is bought on Amazon, so I'll leave the link in the description. And then, of course, I'm using the Studio. I like it because, you know, it's so small that you could literally, if you're going out of town or you're going to another country or something, you could pack this bad boy up, pack in a little monitor, hook it up, and get to work. And then the monitor, I'm using a studio display. For the editing tool, we are using Davinci Studios. Yeah, this is just a regular, you know, little Wu-Ting keyboard that I personally made. We got the little spinner. Yeah, ADHD. You gotta have something to fidget with. And then we have the gaming mouse. And then, of course, you can't buy this on Amazon. I don't know if you can see that, but that is little sauce with the sauce chef. You know, we have the chef, and then we have the sous chef right there. They had the ingredients to make the sauce. So yeah, there it is, the whole studio. The whole studio. Oh, I do have another Amron lighting in case it gets dark out here. And I have it like hooked up right there. That's another Amron lighting. And yeah, that's literally the whole studio. So yeah, if you have any questions about the studio or exactly what equipment I'm using that I didn't specify or I left out, feel free to hit up my DMs. I'm on a little social media detox right now, but I'll be in there for the next 2 days to answer any DMs about, any questions you guys might have. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Pew pew.